Let's take you back to our top story now. The quarantine restrictions brought in this morning for people travelling from mainland Portugal to England. Sophie Sadler is the editor of the Tomorrow Algarve magazine. She joins us now. Good morning to you. What were your first thoughts when you heard this latest news?
It was really devastating for everyone in the Algarve, especially when you consider how reliant we are on tourism in this area, in this region. Just to give you an idea, when I've been talking to local businesses, they've been quoting figures telling me that they're anywhere between 70 and 80% down year on year with their business. And when you consider that we are very reliant on a few peak months, and it's quite a hand-to-mouth existence for many of these businesses, that's a really devastating drop. And obviously a lot of people are worried whether their business will make it through to next year.
Well, what do your readers make of it all? Because it is terribly stop-start, isn't it? I mean, that's what's been happening.
Yeah, it's terribly disruptive. So yesterday I was talking to a hotel owner and they'd had a terrible season, obviously, and then she'd had lots of bookings come in because we were put on the safe list on the 22nd of August. And then only 3 weeks later, again, we're on the quarantine list, so everyone cancels again. Now, we understand that the UK government needs to be cautious, and they are looking at figures of 20 and 100,000 people. However, when we went on the quarantine list, well, of course, last week, Scotland and Wales put us on the list. Although we'd seen an increase in cases, they've then gone down again. So I think what people would like to see is maybe that we look at it in a slightly longer time frame, because sometimes the cases are going up, but then they're contained and they go back down again, and it's just too disruptive to look at it on a weekly basis.
Just to look at how events have overtaken your recent September issue, your editorial in it, you say, now for the good news, the UK quarantine on Portugal has been lifted. We all shout out as we raise a glass of Portuguese wine and lament the British for neglecting us for so long. Now back to business. It ends now. Brace yourselves. Here come the Brits. That's your September issue.
Yes, and it was very exciting because we've been waiting for it for a long time. We did feel we had been neglected, particularly in the Algarve. We've had relatively few cases. Anecdotally, people are telling us they feel a lot safer here than in the UK. People have been very respectful of the social distancing. We're all wearing masks when we walk into restaurants. You can take the mask off when you eat. But you're required to wear them when you walk into the restaurant, when you visit the bathroom, when you walk into supermarkets. And people felt that really we'd been harshly treated. And of course, the other thing which it looks like the UK government might be now talking about is this idea of regional quarantine, because although we've had lots of new cases in Portugal, they've been mainly around Lisbon, Porto and in the centre, not in the Algarve. So maybe we need to start looking at this as they are in Greece, on a more sort of regional level, and allowing people to come to the Algarve because the cases are relatively low and we are so dependent on the income from tourism. So to give you an example, about 60% of people's trade over the peak months is British. And there are a lot of people now that have been out of work since last winter because people are on benefits for a lot of the winter, and then when the season starts around March, they then go back into work. So just at the point where people were going to start work again, COVID hit. So many of these people haven't had an income for a long time, and now it looks like they might not get a job until next year. So a lot of people are thinking not about COVID, but about how they're going to put food on the table this winter.
Yeah, very difficult situation for all involved. Sophie Sadler, thank you very much for speaking to us this morning, editor of the Tomorrow Algarve magazine.
That's a little bit depressing when you look